going live, baby, live.
You are listening to the Big Vito Brand.
You are listening to the Big Vito Brand with Noel and Big Vito. Throwback.
Hi guys, thank you for tuning in to another fascinating episode of Thug Life. I am one of your hosts, Noah Harlow Lagrassa. Label me as Stick. The other two stickies are in the Philadelphia studio, Danny J and South Philly Mean. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. And the healthy, but on the cusp of possibly getting sick, Foxy.
Yay, school germs.
My shiny, clean, squeaky clean husband who just lost the clothes down to our dear friend Evan Sturgis, Big Vito Lagrasso. It's church October 5th, this Friday. This Friday, you go see it. Okay. So today's episode, today's episode is going to be a rousing game of, hi Danny, Danny's in chat. A rousing game of Never Have I Ever. Now,
Scares me.
The game Never Have I Ever. If you have, you say yes. If you haven't, you say no. If you feel like telling a story, we're all here. I should do something. I have used a program that automatically generated questions for us. So we didn't have to pick out questions. It generated the questions for us. I did not pick. Nobody is responsible for picking that. You get one pass, as always, on the show. If you cannot answer it due to legal obligation or other, you can pass.
Thank God you computer generated it, because you know damn well Vito's first one would have been Never Have I Ever Had Sex in a Dog Crate. You know.
No, you
would have done that.
Never have I ever. Raise your hand if your family member has. That would have been.
Oh my God! Stop it!
We get some bad controversies going. So
I knew him. This is scary.
I know, it's getting terrifying.
Mr. Danny, how's the buffet this week?
Danny's.
Oh, very good, wiki.
Very good. Listen, you leave wife home, we give you 10% discount. She said,
I went in there, right, and he was like, oh, what, you by yourself today? I said, yeah. And he goes, oh, no, Mrs. Danny? I said, nah, she's at work. Good, let her work. She had to pay for this.
Wow.
And then he introduced, and then he took me to my booth.
Now give us Mr.
I have my booth.
Mrs. Danny, you're welcome anytime, but Mrs. Danny, she don't come no more, please.
I told him that I was going to film in there and for the podcast. They said, oh, good, free advertising. That's very good. Okay.
No, up there to go with you, and you guys do a Mr. Danny's restaurant review.
Oh
you and Vito and the booth.
Oh, it would be awesome. Oh, Danny, you have so much more room. Your wife not here. Hey,
shut up. We have to add like laugh tracks and stuff like that.
Oh my God! So are you guys ready to play Never Have I Ever?
Sure.
The first computer-generated question for Never Have I Ever is, Never have I ever slapped a hoe? Dan, you're first. Never have I ever slapped a hoe? Yes or no?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. No, I haven't.
No?
Oh, yes, you have. I haven't. He pushed her down the flight of steps. But I didn't slap her. I did not slap that woman.
Wait, Dan, you pushed a hoe down a flight of steps?
Not on purpose. Not on purpose. I just kind of helped her on her way, and she happened to be stepping down. And a lot of things happen at the same time. It's funny how the world happens, because at any given moment, things are happening at the same time. And I was saying goodbye, and she was saying hello. And she was happened to be stepping and missed a step and went down some steps.
No, you never slapped. I know you slapped.
No, I don't think I have. I honestly don't think. You have to understand, I talk a good game. I can fight if I need to. But I got my sister and my cousin, so I never had to pick my hands up. So I can't say that I slapped the hoe. I clotheslined an asshole, but I never slapped a hoe.
Foxy, have you slapped a hoe?
I've
Yes, she has.
wrestling slapped real hoes, but in real life, I've never slapped a real hoe.
Oh my god.
In real life, have I slapped? I have slapped a hoe. I come from a very small ghetto town outside of Philadelphia. There are plenty of hoes to be slapped. I love Coatesville, but I have slapped a hoe. Big Vito, hoe slapper or no slapper?
I've slapped hoes in bed.
Okay, that counts.
Please say hoes in bed. I hate them.
Hoes in bed.
Hoes in bed.
Previous to me, because I am no hoe.
I've been slapping hoes in bed. Hoes, and we got their number in the black book. Yeah.
Next question. Never have I ever had sex with a married person not married to you. Vito, you might be disqualified from this question. Dan, have you ever had sex with a married person not married to you?
No.
He hesitated for
I
a
had
second.
to think.
He did.
But the answer
Because
is
he was a whore master, so he could
I
have
was,
slept with a
as my
married
grandmother, affectionately called me a whore master. There was many times that potentially it could have been, perhaps a fiance, maybe.
person. Damn.
But never a husband. No,
Never.
so
Me?
never married.
Nope.
I knew that was a no. Foxy?
Pass.
She knew that.
Whoa!
Oh!
Pass. I am going to say no. I've never been with a married person. Do you want to answer this question, or we just all assume and turn our heads in shame?
I love moms.
That probably covers it.
Okay, never have I ever. That's a stupid one. Never have I ever watched a friend have sex. Watched a friend have sex.
Look at him! How he's thinking! Look at him! Look at his face! He has! He has! He knows he has!
No. Am I allowed to answer this question?
Wait, Dan goes first. Dan, have you? And these were computer generated. I didn't
Computer
pick them
generator.
up.
Go ahead, Dan.
Dan, have you ever?
Watched a friend have sex.
Yes.
I inadvertently watched a friend have sex because I was in the room when the shit happened, and
You're gonna have to tell me who this is.
I immediately was trying to learn how to play solitaire so as not to watch. But no, I have.
Name have
Not with popcorn.
Not with popcorn. I have listened to friends have sex, but never saw them. Like, heard them in the other bed, but no, never saw them. Wildwood, my senior year, Dan.
Yeah.
There you go, Nate.
There you go.
Foxy.
I have, out of curiosity, because there were two workers, I'm going to leave them nameless, that stayed up in my attic apartment where I lived, and they decided to steal my bed. And the guy talked such a great game, over the course of his entire career that I'm like, I want to see what the curiosity is about. So I peeked over and gave a look, and that reputation was just not worth it. That was very boring sex for someone that talks such a big game. I'm like, wow, that's it.
The biggest game talkers are the least effective.
Yes.
That's a warning.
Yes.
I never have. I'm boring. Vito.
My answer is very good.
Don't lie.
It was before you, and I watched two friends have sex with me.
What?
What? He watched two friends have sex with him?
Number one, that's bullshit because it's supposed to be, and you've seen, because it's on a shoot tape if anybody want to look out there. You've been in the room where a certain Southern professional wrestler was having sex with a certain 500-pound woman. Tell me you were not.
I was talking for myself, but there have been others where I had to listen and have my head under the cover. But I mean, I'm talking for
I mean, he was
myself.
looking for the hot tag, and you were like, no.
Hell no, son, no way.
You guys look it up on the internet. You'll see it confirmed.
I'll give it to you. Jamie Dundee and me were in Memphis, Tennessee, pick up a hotel. So he was into big hourglass women.
Big hourglass.
Who were very willing and able and mobile. So he was in the middle of these two young thoroughbreds.
Not one,
but two.
but two.
Ah,
I was out in the hey, Skull, you want to have one of these, man? Come over here. I was like, in my German accent, because I was in Memphis, USWA, I do not want to partake in this, please.
No. No.
So,
9.
9 months later, he became a daddy to one of them ladies, and thank God I did not partake.
It could have been Skullhog.
They would have had to find me in Germany for that one.
So you have.
Right, and then there was another time when
Oh, there we go.
PCW, I won't name names because they're married people now and they're all doing their thing, but there was 4 of us in a room, and 2 of us had ladies come over, and one of the girls was in bed with 2 wrestlers, and I had the other one. And you remember this one?
No.
Not fair.
I was just
Not
going to say the
fair.
same thing.
Oh, yeah, kind of I did.
All right,
No,
so-
he's going to tell you. He just wanted to remind me.
So what it was is the 2 wrestlers were on top of this skinny girl, and all you see was 3 heads going like this, and all of a sudden you see 2 heads meet under the blankets, and then all of a sudden they parted ways. So there could have been a kiss of men underneath the blanket at one time.
Accidental. Look at your ECW crew and then laugh really hard.
So I was in the bed next to them, and I kept these mofos up till 6 o'clock in the morning.
Because they watched Skull Von Crush have sex till
In
6
action.
a.m.
Are you
Oh,
not
God.
going to sleep yet, motherfucker? No, I'm not finished.
Oh my God.
True story, because I've heard that I'm not finished all night thing before.
Yeah, it was
Never have I ever. Let's get back to the game, man. God
Mr.
almighty.
Danny, we need some takeout for this segment. Mr. Danny.
Oh my God. Let's
Oh
see.
my goodness.
Oh, never have I ever. I don't think anybody did this one. Never have I ever required medical attention due to a foreign object being stuck inside my body.
That is an unequivocal no.
I just realized, though, that doesn't say sex. So,
But that's the first thing we all thought
That's the
of.
first thing we all thought. Yeah, that's bad. That's pretty bad.
Dan, have you ever had a foreign object stuck in your body?
No. Not foreign or domestic.
Oh my God.
Neen?
No. Nope.
See.
I popped my eardrum because I got a Q-tip stuck in there when I was 5.
That counts.
That
That
counts.
counts.
That's a foreign object.
And I can hardly hear out of it now.
What is that fucking face?
It's still there.
Why does he look like Seymour the Turtle right now? Isn't that what the turtle's name was?
Because whatever's foreign is still there.
All right. No show at Mr. Danny's. Shut up.
Listen, did
Just
you
shut
get
up.
stuck in you or what?
No, I never got nothing stuck in me. I was the sticker, not the sticky.
I have had to have a foreign object removed from my body.
What was that?
I was playing basketball
Okay.
on the court, and they just tore the benches down, and I went to run and do a layup, and there was a piece of wood that big that went through my ankle all the way through. Yeah, I had to have surgery in the emergency room to get it out because it was all the way through, and they had to go in and get it in the ER with the X-ray thing overhead.
Oh,
I still have a scar. So yes, I had a foreign
ouch.
object stuck in my body.
Nice.
Gross.
That beats the Q-tip.
It does.
Yeah, pretty brutal. It was ugly. It was ugly. Never have I ever had sex in an amusement park. And
No.
No.
I wanted to. But
Not with me.
No, it wasn't with you.
If it was with me, it would have been done.
Yeah.
You know,
No. But no.
Evernine?
no.
Foxy?
Nope, not that kind of public place.
Is the parking lot of the amusement park?
Yeah, I
Oh
guess it
my
does.
God.
Yes, to me. Yeah, son, yeah. I rock this
You've
shit.
done stuff with me in amusement parks.
It's a small world.
No, that's
If he molesting you on It's a Small World.
his place of peace. I'm legit gonna tape him in there sometime. He thinks about his life in there, like it's contemplative.
Calm down. Nothing like. But when we get to those other places, boy, it's just on. On.
He has a thing for the monorail, let's just say. The monorail.
Ah, okay then. Alrighty.
We get to the rest of the thing. You motorboat son of a bitch. When they make the speeder coming, you old sailor, you. Come on, man.
Do the face do it. Never have I ever woke up next to a complete stranger, Dan.
No. I have not woken up to a complete stranger.
Definitely not.
Me either. Foxy?
Nope.
Vito? These questions were picked electronically for those who are new to the show.
Yes, you have, Vito. Just say it.
You know what's funny is like I remember passing out in beds with like certain strange women, and then there were other strange women in the bed beside me. And there was a fucking swap or something that went on that I don't.
Oh my God.
Does anybody know where I can get a shot of antibiotics? I'm allergic to penicillin, and I'm a little concerned. So if anybody knows, just answer
You're
that.
asking me questions. I'm giving you the answer. Why?
These were created by a computer. I am not asking them.
Okay,
The
but then you're
computer
gonna fight
generated
with me. You
questions.
want to know stuff? I'm telling you stuff. You don't want to know, don't ask.
I'm not fighting.
All right.
I just asked.
Everybody else is
About
having a good
penicillin.
time.
All right?
Everybody else enjoying the
Yeah, they
time.
don't have sex with me. They have sex with everybody. Maybe they did. Mr. Dan,
Hold on,
have you ever?
Mr. Danny. We need to go to the bathroom, Mr. Danny. Please, please.
I've never had sex in a buffet.
That was my next
something.
Never had it.
Dan,
Hit it right between the noodles, Dan. Yeah.
Oh my God. Please.
right in the Mushu pork, right
Right
there.
in Mushu Park.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Never have I ever injured myself while trying to impress someone of the opposite sex I was interested in. That's a long one. Never have I ever injured myself trying to impress someone.
I don't know if I was trying to impress someone, but I remember being in a club, and you know that move when you grab your ankle, right, and you have it up, you know,
And you
and
flip
then
the leg in.
you jump your leg through. I did that and was looking down, and when I put my knee up, it hit me in the chin, and it made my top teeth go through my bottom lip.
Ooh.
So I ended up having to go to the ER and having that stitched.
That's
He said,
I did not get any that night.
Mr. Danny, no buffet for you. Me.
No buffet for you.
No buffet. Have you ever injured yourself while trying to impress somebody of the opposite sex?
wow.
She almost fell out of the bleachers when she tried to meet me when I was playing football.
No. No.
What about when he used the dog cage?
No. I don't know. I don't think I've ever injured myself, no. I may have embarrassed myself verbally, but no.
Foxy, have you ever injured yourself trying to impress someone of the opposite sex?
Oh, absolutely.
Have you?
Oh God, absolutely. Davey and I's second date, we're like at a small little Blimpies to go eat, and I'm like, oh, I've been here all the time. I know where everything is. So I'm getting the drinks and everything out of the refrigerator, and the refrigerator slams me in the fucking forehead. I was one time at a wrestling show. There was like one of those poles in the VFW that hold the ceiling to the floor, and I'm like, oh hey, check this out, and I start spinning on it, and I fall and bust my head on the concrete floor. Oh yeah, all trying to impress people. I'm a mess.
I never have. I'm good at disinjuring myself every day. Vito, have you ever injured yourself?
No, I have a rebuttal.
Oh.
I have a rebuttal against Christine Boji.
Why? Don't start with the mummer strut.
But
For
it was-
saying you're
That's what you were going to do. What? They're not out.
almost out.
No, they're not. The nipples are in. Leave me alone.
Dan, you're a witness to this, and you were there that night, and both of us died laughing. Remember when she was getting back in shape and she was going to show us a thing or three about dancing and stretching and all this stuff?
Oh,
And
God.
she got her old bands out. She's over there, stretching the old green band, and it snapped and it hit her right in the mug.
This was in the basement.
I forget this.
Yeah, this was in the basement, and you had your ballet bar,
Yeah.
and you set it up. At that time, you were trying to stretch at home,
Yeah.
and he was, I think, hanging clothes over it.
Yes, he was.
And you were like, that's my ballet bar, yada, yada, yada. And then you started playing with it, and it came up and clocked you. I remember that, yes.
Wait, where was I work?
You're at work. Me and Dan died for about 4 hours. And we were dying laughing. The next day we got up. We were
I
drunk.
wasn't trying to impress you. I was just trying to stretch.
Both of us. I still got it, you bastards.
Whatever. Shut up.
That kind of statement did come out.
But did you ever do it?
Make a fool of myself in front of a woman? Hell no.
Look at that face.
He never injured himself trying to impress me, but there was this one time.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say? Okay. There was this one time that we lived in Tampa, and Vito, like, I was so mad at Vito because he had put his gym sneakers in the hallway, and the hallway was like kind of small where the doors open for the wash and dry, and I broke my toe on one of his shoes. And I was like, you need to put your shoes away, and I was really mad. So, like, 2 days later, he left his shoes out, and he tripped over them and pulled the door off of the washer dryer thing, and it landed on his back, and he fell down on the floor like
No,
this.
it wasn't on the floor like that. It was a glass door.
It was messy. I couldn't get it off of him.
It was a glass door, and thank God it didn't.
Oh, God, if it would have broken, it'd been
What's a glass door? Oh, my God.
It was like, it had wood, but then it had these big, thick glass plates in it. And it hit,
Oh, my God.
but it was dark in the bedroom, and all I heard was, oh! And I'm like, what the fuck? And I get up, and Vito is laying underneath his door on the ground. He tripped over his own sneakers.
I would have taken a picture of that first.
Oh, I didn't even have a phone. You know what? I was worried the under glass part broke on him.
Yeah.
And I was afraid he was hurt. He had come back. He came back from a wrestling show or something because I was asleep. And yeah, I thought you got
Yeah,
it.
you proud of us. Okay.
No, that was your sneakers. How am I proud of your sneakers? You lived there. How was I just going to
You didn't even
leave
live
two
there.
spots? Oh my God! Next question. Why is Vito a jerk? Everybody. Never have I ever taken food out of the trash can and eaten it George Costanza style.
What is George Costanza's style?
You see food in the trash can, you think, it's not dirty, and you take it out and you eat it.
I think I did that.
Ew, Dan, really?
I think I did. No, you know what happened? Because they yelled at me. The kids, nothing was touched. The kids threw something out instead of finishing it or eating it or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And it was right on top. And I grabbed it. And I said, if you're not going to eat it, I'm going to fucking eat it. And then I ate it. And then they yelled at me.
That's kind of gross. Meanwhile,
No, absolutely not.
yeah, me neither, no.
Fuck out of here. No.
Mm-mm.
Vito, have you ever eaten out of the trash?
Oh, come on. He's never. Please.
But I've seen him eat out of the sink. And I could never eat out of, if something touches the sink and dirty dishes were in there, I'm not eating out of it.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Nah, I've seen him do that, and
I'll throw it out. Ew, Vito.
Big Josh is in the chat. He ate a bunch of Oreo cookies. He got those new Mickey Mouse Oreo cookies. Apparently, they're delicious. He ate 10 of them and paid the price for it.
Ah,
Not eating 10 Oreo cookies. Let's see. Taking food out of the trash can. Let's see. Oh, never have
Foxy. What about Foxy?
Oh, hell no.
Foxy already said no.
Oh, did she?
She said no. Never have I ever broken something at a friend's house and didn't tell them about it. Dan, have you ever?
I've never broken anything in somebody's house and not tell them about it. No.
Neen, have you ever?
Nope.
Foxy, have you ever?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My senior year in high school, I was dating a psycho, and we had gotten into a really bad fight at my girlfriend's house. So bad that I got so angry and punched a hole in her bathroom wall. And I carefully camouflaged it with like towels and shit. And the next day, because there was no school, I came over with my dad's like spackle and shit and like just carefully spackled over the hole and then just covered it back up.
Oh, that's nice. That's slick. That's a slick move.
That's commitment.
My dad taught me well.
Have you ever broken anything at somebody's house and never said anything? Yeah, I've never done that. I'll tell you a story though. I'll tell you a good story because most of you know my mom, Big Joyce. When I was a kid, Big Joyce got mad. She was yelling at my sister, and I just happened to kind of peek around the corner, and she went to throw this big, heavy, hard, like dog ball. It was like a baseball at my sister, and it went at my head, and I ducked, and it went into the wall, and it broke a big, huge hole into the wall in that back hallway of my mom and dad's. My dad was at work, so my mom was slick. There were two pictures this way, and the ball went through a hole on this side. So my mom just switched the pictures, and my dad never found out about it until they painted the living room 10 years later, and they did the whole. He didn't blame me and my sister, except it wasn't. It was my mom. But luckily, I ducked because I could have died. That was a really hard ball to get through that wall open. She just switched the pictures. Never told my dad.
Oh, thank God, that's funny.
My mom's so. All right. God, some of these are ridiculous. Never have I ever jumped off of a roof. Dan, did you ever jump off of a roof?
No, my brother did, but I didn't.
Me?
My brother did, yeah.
Have you ever jumped off of a roof?
Sometimes I wish I would, but no, I have never.
Foxy, have you ever jumped off of a roof?
I won't even jump from like 2 tiny stairs. Hell no.
Off of a roof.
Yeah.
When?
Well, back in the day, working construction guys,
Not thrown anybody off of a roof. You jumped off one? Okay. I have jumped off of a roof more than 20 times. Because
I believe this.
my parents used to have a big, like that big shed in their backyard. The green was not there now. And I used to take cares that I wouldn't climb up there, run off the roof, and jump off and do Randy Savage elbow. So I quite frequently did that for money. So yes, I've jumped off a roof like 20 times.
Living the dream.
Like, you know, when you want to be Randy Savage real bad, sometimes you do things. I will cut you out of never have I ever set mine or someone else's hair on fire.
No.
What kind
No.
of is that? Let's set somebody's hair
That's
on
arson.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's a crime.
yeah. I think it wants us doing like this machine was like created by the police. They're trying to catch us doing something.
Oh my God.
burning someone's pants in high school.
You burned someone's pants?
Back then, they used to wear polyester pants, right?
Back in the days?
That's how old he is.
When they called them
Polyester
dungaree,
Polyester pants.
they called them dungarees.
Did you call them dungarees?
So anyway, Christine, the old head, We used to take a cigarette lighter and used to burn people in their seats. So in a couple of the cases, we used to go to some,
You lit their ass on fire?
yeah, we lit their ass on fire, and the friggin'
They used to burn people's polyester ass in their pants.
because the polyester like flame. So then we all friggin' light the shit up.
Here she goes again. She's losing her shit again.
It was great when it happened and shit. But then when the guy got up and he's friggin' crying,
Her face. I have lit my own hair on fire accidentally, scorched my hair,
Same.
but nothing like
I remember when you did burn your hair.
my hair.
With a
Yeah.
curling iron? What do you study everything Christine does that's fucked up
No,
and writing a
because she
book?
does a lot of jacked up things. Dan knows he lives there.
So his reactions. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One
Vito.
morning, I was
Okay.
I slept in Bella's room with Bella, and the door was open, and Christine got up to do something. I don't know what it was. She was in the bedroom, and then so she went downstairs, and I heard boom, 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 motherfuck, fuck, motherfuck, like that, right, real loud. This is like, I want to say like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So I kind of put my head up and I wait to hear other noises, and I didn't hear any. I'm like, all right, then she's fine. And I went back to sleep. But that's when she fell on her tailbone, and she landed on the dog's rope, tug of war rope.
On the knot.
On the knot.
Tug of war rope.
And that went up her ass like that and hurt the tailbone. But
Had to have something removed from your body.
Right? That has nothing to do with the question that was asked, by the way. Thanks
I
for
don't know.
just generally embarrassing me. Appreciate it.
Christine, basically you had a rope in your ass.
Yeah, I had a rope in my ass. I hate you.
Oh, Mr. Danny. That was a good one. Right, Danny. It was really funny.
Mrs. She's work today. Well, she couldn't come today. She has a rope on her ass, so she didn't make it about that.
And they're so nice. They let me fall down the steps, right? Assholes. They heard me fall. I could have been dead.
like if
That's
she
why
was
you didn't
like,
hear anything.
fuck,
I could have been
motherfuck,
dead.
fuck, and then like, ah, then I would have got up. But I didn't hear that, so I was like, all right, she's fine. And I went back to sleep. I didn't even make motion to say what happened or nothing. I just waited to hear.
That's the
That's-
definition of married life right there.
That is,
my
right,
God.
that is married life. That's
Yes.
23 years. That's
Yeah.
what that is.
I hate you.
That's what that is.
This kind of leads into our next question. Have you, never have I ever, had a bad fall while walking and texting? I'm kind of disqualified from this because I don't walk.
Walking and texting?
Yeah, walking and texting.
No. Texting is relatively new in a sense. So, like at that time, I've been driving. So,
Nate, have you ever walked and texted and had an accident?
No, but I have walked and fallen plenty of times.
yeah.
But not while texting.
She'll be like, did you see that? She'll fall down. Oh my God, motherfucker. Did you see that? And I'll be like, what? What did you fall over? And I'm looking like an asshole. Like I'm looking around trying to find something. And it was like atoms splitting.
The girls think it's hysterical. The girls still talk about it. This happened like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. I fucking stepped on a pine cone of all things, twisted my ankle and fell. And the girls talk about it all the time. Bella's like, Mom.
You tried.
Yeah, Bella's like, you
Oh, no.
tripped on a pine cone, Mom. On a pine cone.
They crushed beneath your feet.
And I tripped on
And
it.
she tripped on it. You almost picture like you get on it and it starts rolling around because like you're doing that thing like on a log.
Shut up.
And then eventually you fall.
No, it wasn't anything like that.
Just like her dancing or stretching for ballet.
I wish I was there to see that thing happen.
What? What? So the
I
band.
didn't-
there for that. I had to.
Motherfuck.
Foxy, have you ever texted and fallen?
No, because I don't take my phone out of my back pocket or my purse when I'm out unless it's an emergency.
She's safe. She pulls over to the side of the sidewalk and texts and then pulls
I do. I absolutely do. Because I'm a fucking klutz. I know myself. I prepare.
Have you ever texted and fallen?
No, I just texted Dan and told him, can you believe that Christine broke that friggin' green stretchy thing and snapped the fucking thing in that
Oh
thing?
my God.
No, the best text was we're out celebrating our anniversary and you're up at the buffet taking pictures of cutlets going,
Yes!
Send these to Dan!
Send these to Dan!
Yeah, I caught those the other day. At first, I was driving, and I said, "What the fuck is this?" And then I had to like blow because my eyes suck anymore. So I had to take the picture and I had to blow it up, and I'm zooming in. And I'm like, "All right, they're at a deli. What the fuck do I give a shit, right?" And they didn't look like real cutlets, and like you said, it was Disney's version of cutlets.
It was Disney's cutlets.
It was Disney's cutlets, and I was like, "Oh, I get it."
Vito's like, send these to Dan. And then every time one of the stepsisters or something came over to do you know Christine? Is that your other sister? The stepmother came out and he's like, look, it's Christine's mom. Like, it was the whole meal was Dan.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I think I wasn't even there. I think it was it was Dan and Christine hour at 1900 Park.
No, it really was. It was like, hey, look at that old hair. You saw Christine, bud?
Oh my God.
He was like, I got a friend Christine. She uses a broom. It's gas operated. The characters are looking at him like laughing.
Oh my God. Those poor women.
And this is a wedding anniversary.
No,
right?
no.
Well, that's what I said to her. I said, that poor woman.
Now, the best one of all is when we go into what is it called?
Haunted Mansion.
The Haunted Mansion.
He ruins this ride for me every time.
Oh my God.
Is the witch's face that comes on through the ball.
Yes.
On cue. Hi, Christine. How are you?
Yeah, we go in and he's like, oh, it's Christine. Hi, how are you? Like it's FaceTime and you FaceTimed him in the ride.
I hate
And he has
it.
a conversation with you, with the lady in the ball every single time.
I'm,
Bye, Christine. Bye.
I'm glad you love me so much.
It's just you. I mean, and me, and you know, like the wicked character in the wicked, what was it? The wicked stepmother,
Yes.
right? And
Wicked
I
stepmother.
said these words. Me and Dan would do that.
Oh yeah, him and Dan would hit it because Dan said he would hit it with your mom when she was younger.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We're not having this conversation again.
Him and Dan.
Moving on. Next.
Is Foxy frozen? Are you still there, Foxy?
I'm
She's
still
there.
there, honey.
She's because she can't believe Christine's really a witch.
No,
Oh my God.
That would not have me in shock.
you would not be shocked.
And that's not in an offensive. No, that's not in an offensive way. I should have preface that. That's not.
I gave her a title.
Oh God.
This is more for the girls. This one's lame. I'm not asking this. That's for stupid people. This is more for the girls because I already know Dan does this. Never have I ever cut my own hair.
I just did tonight. I did my fade and everything. You know how hard it is to do a fade? But yeah, I learned how to, I taught myself how to do a fade, and I did the fade tonight.
It's been looking good lately, by the way.
That's good. Yeah.
No, Vito cuts his own hair.
I cut my own hair.
I cut my own hair in high school to just my bangs. But that's it. Have you guys ever cut your own hair?
Yep.
No way. Nope.
Never cut your hair, but Foxy did.
Oh, this is me. Come on now. I'm cheap.
Big Ange would have busted my ass if I cut my own hair. Get out of here.
My mom wasn't happy I cut my own hair, but it looked good, so. And it was all the same color, so she was happy.
Melissa cut her hair the night before her wedding.
Was it the night before? Or a couple weeks or a month
No,
before?
it was like the night before our wedding.
She fucked her hair all up. My mother
She
was
fucked
like,
her bangs up like up in like a. It looked like steps.
Oh, no!
Right the day before the wedding, and we were like, "What the fuck?" you know, and we had to do some. I forget what we did. She had to get it cut.
Patty probably fixed it.
Patty
I'm sure she
I'm
did.
sure she did.
I didn't know Melissa cut her own hair before your wedding.
Oh, yes.
It was a child angst type of thing.
Yeah, how old was she when we got married? 12?
She was like 12. Yeah.
Big Ange had to have a fit off that.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Oh.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she wasn't pulling out old photos then.
Shut up. Shut up, Dan.
I can't believe you, Melissa. Did you see this picture of me? This is from 30
Stop
years ago.
it.
I love it. Never have I ever dined and dashed.
No, I never. No. Mm-mm. I was brought up way too good.
Yeah, no. Absolutely not.
Foxy, have you ever dined and dashed?
Nope.
Me either, Vito. Have you ever dined and dashed?
Yes, he has.
You know he has. He's such a crumb.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
It was a combo. Dine, dash, dip, go.
Dine, dash, dip, go. He's a dirtball.
He's such a scum. He's such a scum. Like, why do we even let him on this stuff?
Because I'm a big story.
Your stories always involve you having sex with strangers or weird people.
No, I knew this.
Weird people.
He knew this one.
I think I'm his longest relationship, but I don't know why he stays. I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe because he's had sex with everybody else and I was like the last one. So he just is like, well, you know. And it just,
Do you want to leave?
do I look like I want to leave?
Oh, shush.
Shush. Look at him. He's proud of
If she
himself.
wanted to leave, it would take her a while to get out of there anyway.
Right, like, can you imagine? And I'm going to do things like, you know, Bruiser's only so good for carrying so many things on his back. He's not like a mule.
No, I just,
Poor dog.
That poor dog is right. It's just a shame. Question. Fallen in love at first sight. What kind of show is this? Okay, never have I ever had a paranormal experience.
Yes. Yes, we have.
Oh,
In
yeah.
our apartment, we actually, there's a number of things that used to happen. In our apartment, we had a one-bedroom apartment, and aside from the alarm clock that was in the bedroom, our only clock was the VCR clock in our main living room, right? And what used to happen, we started hearing like a lot of things like happening, like little things here and there, and what would my thing is going all goofy. What would happen is I would set things up to tape, and the time on the VCR would change right before my taping happened, and then change back after the show was over, so that I wouldn't tape anything. And then it would say something like, it would be like lines, and I'd go in to change it. It'd be like day 50, and it'd be year 2055 or something like that. The year, it was all messed up. So we had ghost researchers come into the apartment and film our house with like ghost hunters. Yeah, it's on South Jersey.
South Jersey.
South Jersey Ghost Research.com or .org.
Yeah.
SJGR.org.
I don't know. It was like, but we were in the apartment, so you're
Right.
talking 17, 18 years
18
ago.
years ago. So they filmed in our apartment all, because what happened was one morning when we were laying in bed, the doorway, which was right to my left, you saw the hallway and you saw the front door to the apartment. And I kind of was looking over, and I woke up a little bit, and it seemed like I felt the door was opening, like the front door was opening, and I go to get up to say, oh shit, the door's open, and I felt this pressure on my chest that held me down, and then it felt like something from left to right went through me, and then I was able to get up. So it was one of those like sleep paralysis type of things. So it was a little weird thing, but that was in the apartment.
Roxy, have you ever had a paranormal experience? I know you have.
Dude, I just had one 3 nights ago.
Oh boy.
Like,
Really?
no, yeah, no joke. I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom, and as I leaned over to like spit out the toothpaste, something completely and like just cupped my ass. And of course, I hop up.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, okay, like Damien's not in here, and he was just walking towards the sink, and he's looking at me funny. And I told him what happened. He just completely walked away. But tons of weird shit happens in my house. When I was living in the attic apartment all by myself, I remember I was up at like 3 a.m. just listening to music, and someone was knocking on my window. And the way the window is in the back, you can't get up there. It's just one big flat wall. So I freaked out and I went downstairs. But yeah, this house has tons of shit between whoever lived here before, because they left all their medical supplies up in the attic, to like my grandmother dying, then my dad dying, and all of our pets dying. Oh, there's tons of shit in this house.
Wow. And I know you have.
Yes, I have a couple of experiences. I had my condo in Tampa. I used to go out. I used to be out for the evenings. Just come home and all the lights.
And I witnessed this because when I lived with it happened when we went out, came back, all the lights were on the house.
And then there were times where I would have dreams, and these are real life dreams. Like I would have dreams about my mother. It actually was different, and I could feel the bed sink where someone sits. And then I tried to stay asleep, but then I would try to. I know she was there. And then I try to wake up or try to get a glimpse.
And I've experienced this in bed with him, where the bed sinks down, and when I came home after I had the stroke, I experienced somebody was like sitting on the bed. And I never had that before I met Vito. Only after that, I felt like somebody was sitting on the bed, and the whole bed was like leaned to the side. And when I opened my eyes, it went back up. It's crazy, but it's true. It happens. It moves around.
There are some good spirits who watch after me.
Yep.
Yes, I have angels and guardians up there that look after me, and thankful for that. Because sometimes you really don't think anybody's watching after you, but somebody actually is.
Yeah, so that's definitely.
I could fill a whole show with the shit that I have.
We have a lot. Yeah, we have
We will do a Halloween special where we talk all about our paranormal stuff.
Cool.
We'll do that the week of Halloween, not on Halloween day. We're gonna bump the show back to Tuesday that day.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's
okay.
fine. And trick or treat and everything. So we're gonna bump the show back that day, but we'll do a whole paranormal show for that week. And that'll be good. Let's see if we can fit in one or two more questions.
Maybe we can do it dressed up too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it
Wait, I
dressed
missed
up.
everything. We're dressing up, okay? And what did Vito say? Smart ass?
Don't have to
Just come as yourself, a witch.
See it? For you. See it?
How classy, Christine. Oh, Christine.
I never claimed to be classy.
And then listen, all you have to do is unpop your broomstick and bring it to the studio where you are.
Oh my God.
What was that thing in Tom and Jerry when he was on the broomstick? It was like, and then it would take off.
Those of you on our audio podcast, Ween just gave Vito the finger. The finger.
Yeah, those are
Yes.
the
Because I don't sweat him. Unlike some people, I don't sweat him.
Are you kidding me? You got knocked out with a finger, girl.
And it didn't stop me, did it? No, it didn't. Because I don't give a fuck.
Dan was there, and he was like, Vito, just give her one. You shut her the hell up.
I don't fuck with you.
Dan.
Can we ask the last question before we wrap
Yes.
up the show?
Yes.
Talking about when you did that Christina slapped up.
We've talked about that before.
It was Dan's best
Ask the
moment.
question. Vito's
I'm gonna ask-
snippet.
I'm going to ask the last question here, and I'm going to go down all the way to the bottom. Never have I ever been electrocuted,
you ever been electrocuted?
Yeah.
No, I've come close. I've come real close because back in the day I used to work for Circuit City, and we were moving big screens around, and we had stuff cable tied, so I had to undo the cable tie so we can unplug everything. And when I cut the cable tie, I cut the cord, and it sparked up and blew the TV out. And all they saw was sparking coming from behind the TV and smoke. And then they didn't hear anything from me. They were like, Dan, are you all right, Dan? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Like that. So the most electrocution I've ever gotten really was like putting my tongue on a 9-volt.
Nice.
Yeah, because you do that sometimes.
Have you ever been electrocuted?
Nope, not me. Mm-mm.
Have you ever been electrocuted?
I haven't, but Damien has. And it was literally like maybe 3 hours after we got married.
Oh,
Yeah. When we were at the venue, and Noah, you remember there was nowhere to even find where the friggin' Elks Lodge was. So him and his best man, they went out towards the main pole of where the highway was, and they were putting up a sign pointing where the wedding was. And as he's setting it all up, he gets electrocuted.
Oh no!
And I'm like, we've been married for 3 hours, and I'm gonna be a widow. That's fantastic.
There was a lot of wires and stuff out there too. There was so much stuff in that little area.
Yeah.
Like,
Fun times.
have you ever been electrocuted? You did construction and phone operating.
I electrocuted myself when I was in
Elevator, construction site also.
I know you've almost died a couple times. We're just talking about being electrocuted.
Oh.
She's like, I've almost died a couple times. What are you talking about?
So being electrocuted, so I got to shut the breaker off the electrical boxes. I got very good at my job, and I figured I had the screwdriver in there, and I jammed it in there, wasn't paying attention.
Oh my God, you're lucky you didn't die.
Yeah,
Really?
So I got a zap. Then when I was an electrician, I was on the job, and I was changing the plug, and I zapped again. So it's like, it's one of those things. You get zapped, you freaking, you shake, you're like, oh my God. Then you pick it up and you go back to work.
I got electrocuted.
Really, honey?
Yes.
I believe it. I believe that.
I did,
Right
but
before the show.
I have to tell you, it's so random how I got electrocuted. I was at Hot Peppers Marie's house.
Right.
Okay? And Haley was a baby, right? And it was very hot. And it was like April. So I went to plug in a fan. They had like one of those old school box fans.
Yeah.
So I went to plug in the fan, and when I plugged in the fan, the thing like came apart as I pushed the plug in and electrocuted me, and I couldn't get my hand off of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I stuck to it because it went right into the plug, and the metal part just popped open, and I was stuck and couldn't let go of it and electrocuted myself. Then later that day, 2 other people did the same thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So I wasn't the only one electrocuted myself.
I mean, with the static cling on, Christine's hair, I think she electrocutes herself every day.
Wow. Like, you can talk about anybody's hair. Like, you should have permission.
What's wrong with my hair? It's under the thing. Whatever.
Get out of the shower.
Look
She's sick.
Just got out of the shower. I don't care. I don't feel good. I'm sitting here
I'm sick.
entertaining the masses.
You should
Sick.
sick her. She's sick.
What?
Her and Dan are very sick, and they're
No,
doing
Dan-
I'm really sick. I got a medical device.
He's got a medical device.
down. Jeez. You got half the people sick.
Oh, forget it.
Christine's medical device.
For what?
No.
Face.
I hear a neck. He's looking at chat or something. I just.
There you go.
All right, Dan. Give us some.
Plugs.
Plugs.
Like earplugs. No.
Never
Never have I ever had that many plugs. No. DJBproductions.com. You can, if you're in the Delaware County area, you can book me there for any kind of DJ or MC work. If you go on there as well, you can see all the different shows that we do. I have links to them. On Facebook, you can check out DJs After Dark, which is our new hit show that we've been doing. We have a lot of great luck and success with that. Also, That Way Cool Wrestling Show, which is on Facebook, as well as thatwaycoolwrestlingshow.com. We actually have some exciting stuff going on. Former NWA, WCW, and WWF superstar Ricky Santana is coming on the show on the 20th, October 20th. We're going to do it live on YouTube. So we're going to put some postings out so this way we can get on everybody in the chat and stuff like that. And we actually have some other former ECW wrestlers coming on in upcoming months as well. So we're going to be doing live shows for That Way Cool Wrestling Show.
Did Vito watch any of them have sex?
Maybe. Perhaps. I actually have one, and it hasn't been booked yet, but I have one FBI member potentially coming on.
Uh-oh.
And not a popular one. Because, there's 18 million FBI members.
Look at Vito's face. He's like,
This is
I'm the only one.
You were okay.
No. I'm not worried about who. I'm just worried about who the wannabes are that's saying they're FBI.
It's not Nunzia, I can tell you that much.
Much like the only one that's always in the FBI.
Right. He was a constant. This guy was not, but he was there in ECW. So potentially that's going to happen as well, along with some other people. So we're real excited about that. And of course, we've been taking a hiatus, but Noel and I are going to be redoing and revamping the show Lost in Saturday Mornings. We still have the A-Team episode that has to come up, which we're going to do. But we are going to have that out very, very soon, along with some other hot series that we used to watch and everything like that. So stay tuned for Lost in Saturday Mornings.
My fault we've been delayed on that. Totally blame me because there's been some
I do blame you.
Yeah.
But
well, we've had
in all honesty, and I've been busting her balls about the show, and I'm like, listen, I feel a certain way about the show, and I want us to get things going, and the show is not getting the just desserts that it should be, and Becky had, or Noelle has had some what fours sent out her, and she said, yes, I agree. And so for those of you, I know Big Josh watches the show, amongst others. We're going to have that on very, very soon. It's going to be very consistent, and we have a lot of big plans for Lost in Saturday Mornings. So that's right here on the Big Video brand.
It's making a comeback. I just got to get my ass together.
Get your shit together. Get it together.
Honestly, with this movie thing coming out, and then I've been sick, it's been like insanity. But last night I was able to organize our entire YouTube channel. So I did that. So it was a good start. All right. Dean, do you have things to plug?
Only me, myself, and I. I'm here on Wednesdays. All my social media handles are at South Philly Neen. And you can see me at southphillyneen.com, and that's it. I'm the boring one of the group.
You're not boring. Not at all. You got tons of stuff.
All right, who's up next? Me?
Okay, you. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, me. Okay, you can find me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram at Viva Foxy Foxy, Facebook.com/Viva Foxy Foxy, my blog at vivafoxyfoxy.blogspot.com. And if that's all too much, you can head on over to my brand new website, foxyfoxy.wixsite.com/foxy, to get to each and every one of the things I just said.
Vito?
Foxy.
Foxy.
You know that. Foxy.
All right.
Super Foxy.
Well, it's so nice you got to say it twice.
We have a new website, slambino.com. And Dan, I don't know if you got a chance to look at it, but you are actually with me on the website. You are one of my famous wrestling partners, along with the FBI, the Mama Roots, and all the rest of the great Italian wrestlers.
There we go.
You are on there with me, DJing and taking names. And
Wiggity wiggy.
Wiki.
Wiki.
It's
know.
the best.
It's so funny. I'm like 100% Italian and never played an Italian in professional wrestling.
That's great.
Although I've been asked to, but never did.
On this website, you definitely are Italian.
The picture I used is the picture. I think it's Della Pola's.
Oh, is it? Is it?
In Vito, and there's a Frank Sinatra memorial wall.
Oh,
It's like
behind
the-
us. Yeah.
That's one of the pics, and the other one is you guys
Yeah.
flexing. Funny too. So.
Oh, yeah.
So then we have the big. So go to slambino.com. Check out Vito's performance. Definitely get a kick out of it. Everybody go to bigvito.com. Check out all the latest of what's happening, and of course, this October 5th, this Friday, the debut of my movie, The Coach, which has gotten a lot of press all around the country, all throughout the world. On my latest podcast I did with the Duke of Wrestling, I had over 200,000 downloads plus. So Big Vito LaGrasso is back in the mainstream. Everything is going good. Life is good. Everything is happening. So guys, thank you very much for the support. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys for coming in and listening to the Big Vito brand and all the people who put their time in here, like Foxy and James and Christine and my wife and all the other people who put their hard work into the brand to make it something good. Hopefully we get something big happening soon. We got some things in the works, but a lot of things are happening right now. So right now we're concentrating on the movie and the premiere on Friday. And thank you very much for everybody's participation.
Now, something real big about that too is that you're actually running up against Venom, and which is like the big anticipated movie of this year. But Venom, I think, only received 29 tomatoes.
29% on Rotten
29% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's Venom. I think is going to end up being a letdown to a lot of fans. So the church could very possibly be your alternative for this weekend to watch something, but you're running neck and neck with that. Just as a heads up. And real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but
Not that good from what we're hearing. Venom is a letdown.
yeah, that's what I heard. Well, they're not doing the original story. Spider-Man has no involvement in it, so that's a big letdown to a lot of comic book fans. So that's going to work to your favor running up against that because people might be looking for other shows to watch. Now, real quick, and then I'll let Noelle get on with her thing. I'm really trying to get the YouTube channel up in subscriptions. You can find DJB Productions on the Big Vito Brands network off to the side there. If any of you fans can please go on there, subscribe. What we're trying to do is you have to get a certain amount of subscriptions before I can actually change the link name. So I have to do that first. I haven't really been promoting the channel as much, which is why the subscriptions are low. So I'm trying to get that up as well. So if you guys can go in there, subscribe.
I'll share a Vito brand page.
Yeah, if you would. Just go in there, subscribe. I know Big Josh subscribe. Thank you. We put out new content all the time. DJs After Dark has been blowing it up for people. Everybody's been laughing their asses off. It's a comedy show. It's much like this, but we talk about a lot of fun topics. And then, of course, That Way Cool Wrestling shows on there. So if you guys subscribe, that would be awesome. Noelle, take it away.
I was going to say, shut up. You had your turn.
I know.
Can't
I'm
take double.
sick.
Have you ever?
One thing. Hi, catch me at witches.com. There you go.
Can I plug things?
Let her plug. Shut up.
All right, guys. I am at all social media. Reality capital T Spiller. Why does he do that? Because he's a jerk ass. HelloInc.com is where you can find me on the web. BigVito.com. We update that every 24 hours. There's also merchandise like this right here. This lovely mug that you can get. You can check us out live in person at Disney Springs on Friday. We're doing a meet and greet. You know, we'll sign anything you want him to sign except food. I'm not allowing anything else. Okay, and I have merchandise to give away, so I'll be giving away merchandise. Vito will be signing stuff. Go in and see the church, AMC Theaters. We will be at the 7 p.m. showing at Disney Springs AMC. We'd like to see everybody there and give you stuff, so show up and we'll give you stuff. I think that's it for now.
Yeah, holla, holla. Peace out.
Holla, holla. we'll be back with you guys next week right here on the Big Vito brand. Bye.
Peace out, peeps.
Bye.
Hey.
This has been a production of The Big Vito Brand. You can now check us out at our new home, thebigvitobrand.com.